Hi everyone, how you doing? It's a beautiful Saturday in Lagos. It's been so rainy. Welcome to the Decent Work Show. My name is Joshua Alade and I'm the Executive Director for the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network. Today we'll be having a conversation just talking about building our professional networks, and I'll be sharing my experiences with you all. And my the moderator for this event is Tracy. And guess what, guys? It's been 8 editions of the Decent Work Show. This show started up as an idea after working on the Nigerian Youth Employment Action Plan, where we asked young people what they needed, and one of the outcomes was a podcast or a show that will bring in people who are professionals to share about their experience in the world of work. So over the past 8 editions, or over the past 7 editions, we've had like awesome people from HR professionals to someone who works in philanthropy with Microsoft. We've had like awesome people grace this the Decent Work Show. And the good part is that I am the one who's gonna be on this show this time around. And just to say, if you are hearing me loud and clear, I would like to know where you are joining from. Let me know where you are joining me from. I'll be checking to know where everyone is joining me from. Let me know where you're joining from for the show itself. Please use the chat button to tell me where you're joining from. I'm so excited about this edition because I'll be sharing how I have been able to grow my own professional network over the last 5, 6 years. I've had like an awesome opportunity to work with fantastic people from government to international organizations that you would want to really be part of. Okay, great. Tracy is here. I've had the opportunity of working with them. And how did I
Oh,
do
thank
this?
you.
Like how was I able to make it happen? Today I'll be sharing alongside Tracy how I have grown and how I've also been able to build a network from my room somewhere in Lagos to it being national, and we are working with a whole lot of young people across the country. So I know that the show is going to be exciting, and if you have the opportunity, I want you to bring out your pen to write down things. And if you have questions for me, I'm very, very open to answering every one of them that you may have on how you can build your professional network. Yeah, so Tracy, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the brief from me. Welcome everyone to our show again. And this is a Decent Work Show. And today we have Yoga at the top with us. And I'm so excited about today's show because the topic is very, very important. And it is a cycle that everyone needs to just know how to get out of, right? As a young Nigerian youth. So thank you so much for being here with us, Joshua. So today our topic is breaking the man no man cycle. How professional networking networks are connecting young Nigerians to job. And our goal today is to help young people to strategically position themselves by joining professional networks, right? So that they can intentionally build relationships that would help them matter in the society and also help them, you know, live that dream that they always want to live. So without wasting any time, I want to start by telling Joshua to please introduce himself and tell us a little bit about
Okay, so I can't hear Tracy, but I think she wants me to introduce myself. My name is Joshua Alade, and I'm the Executive Director for Nigerian Youth SDGs Network. It looks so like it sounds so different because I used to be called the project coordinator. So every time I have to introduce myself in a new way, it looks like, wow, is this you? But it's been like 4 5 years of transitioning from just being the project coordinator of an idea that I had to right now being able to really direct the network itself. So yeah, Tracy's back. Hi Tracy.
Hi. Okay, so did you get my first question before it went out?
If you can take it again, that would be great.
Okay, so I just wanted you to introduce yourself again.
All right, so guys, my name is Joshua Alade, and they call me the executive director for the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network. I have about 6 years experience in the non-profit sector, working with international organizations, working with governments, working with civil society, community leaders, young people on actualizing sustainable development. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here with us. So quickly, let's get on to the next question. The next question is like we ask every guest that come to our show is what does decent work mean to you as a person?
Wow, good question. For me, decent work is a job that I can tell people I work here. It's a work that has to do first with my work-life balance. Am I having fun here? Am I able to fulfill my purpose here? Is it a job that helps me impact lives? Is it a job that gives me the opportunity to be able to positively talk with people, to inspire people to action? Is it a job that the take home or the pay can actually take me home? So that's what I look and I call decent work, a job that puts into perspective my mental health and a job that respects me as a person, that puts into perspective my rights as an individual. That's what I look at when I want to say if a job is decent.
Yeah. I really like the part where we talk. I think from all the people who have that have been our guests, I like the fact that you mentioned a job that look after my mental health because some people end up being very frustrated in the job that they think that they love. So I really like that, and that was resounding for me. So the next question is, what do you clearly or what can you explain to us what you understand by the man no man cycle in the Nigerian context and how it's played out in the Nigerian work environment? What do you understand by that, by the man woman cycle?
All right, great. So beautiful question. So it's a common understanding in Nigeria that if you want to do anything, you need to know someone. You're applying for a job, the first thing they will ask you is that who do you know, who can help you? You are going to a school, do you know any lecturer that can help fast track your admission? All of those things, like you are submitting a bid, a contract, and then they're asking you, do you have an insider, somebody that can help you push your file, somebody that can so that's the man no man thing, and it's so common in Nigeria. Sometimes in church they call it destiny helper. Sometimes people call it as they call it like someone that would that I don't know how to put it, but they say that it's someone that extra leg. Do you have a leg inside? So like those like that's the man no man thing. So there's this general belief that if you do not know someone inside an establishment you're trying to get into it, like it's difficult. It's just a loose term for the word networking? Do you have a network inside that organization? It's not something that is wrong, but it's just the way we use the word. So basically, man no man is, do you have a network inside? Do you have association with people who are affiliated with the net with that organization, that thing you want to do? Do you know someone you could reach out to? Yeah, so that's what I understand by the man no man Nigerian term. I can't hear you, Tracy. Looks like you're muted.
Oh, yeah, I was saying thank you so much for that answer. And I was saying that I think one of the things that is so resounding is how people just use that to limit themselves. Once I don't know anybody, I don't want to just stress myself. Let me not just stress myself. And thank you for that enlightening answer. So the next question
Sure.
is I want to share some experience with us at this point, right? So on a personal level, I know that you are one person who been able to access a number of opportunities, both nationally, internationally, in the global space. Now, my question to you is: all this experience that you have gathered and access, to this opportunity, every opportunity that you had based on, the man no man cycle. And if not, please can you tell us some of the things that you did or steps that you took to actually access some of these opportunities?
All right, thank you so much for that question. So one of the first things I would say is that for opportunities itself, you don't know anyone inside, especially when there are global opportunities, where there are opportunities where it's strange to everyone, nobody knows about it. And the first thing I do is research. I do a whole lot of research about organizations, and this is funny because I believe something, and I'll say this really well, that most of the opportunities I access, it might be funny, but I don't do them because of me. I actually go into those opportunities because I want to open up the door for some other person. So if I see an opportunity, the first question I ask is, Joshua, if you have this opportunity, how will it benefit XYZ? How will this opportunity benefit people within Nigerian Youth SDGs? How will this opportunity benefit people within your network? That's the first thing I think about. So I would first do a lot of research, find out about the opportunity, know the people that are in charge of the opportunity, and I'll ask myself that people who have previously been part of this opportunity, um, how well off are they? How is this opportunity helping them, for instance? So the first thing I do is research. I research about the opportunity, asking myself how will this opportunity, funny part, benefit other people? Because if it's going to be beneficial to other people, it will benefit me. And that's the first thing I ask myself because I always try to think a lot in terms of years. I always try to think a lot beyond myself. I ask myself all of these questions that how will these opportunities help other persons? So that's the first thing I think about. So if I'm looking out for opportunities, I do research. I try to look at the people who have been part of that opportunity, of that professional network. How well off are they doing? How will this opportunity also help other young people, other young Nigerians? So that's the first thing I do before asking myself that who are the people in it. So I'll give an instance. I remember one time when the idea of Nigerian Youth SDG started, there was this organization in Ireland. It's called Development Perspective. I loved the work that they were doing, and I said, "Wow, I would love Nigerian Youth SDGs to do the same similar work that Development Perspective is actually doing." So I reached out to them, telling them about what I was trying to do in Nigeria. This was like in 2016, 2017. And even though I didn't have like a big goal of what I had in mind, but just looking them, seeing what they were doing, like it inspired me. So I started connecting with them. They're in Ireland, I'm in Nigeria, and that was how it started. I did not get to meet any member of that team until 2019, somewhere in Serbia. And when I met them, I was like, wow, guys, we've been in contact ever since. And this is the first time we are meeting. So the first thing for me is looking at how will this benefit people before myself and doing that research. And it's that connection with them. I can tell you that my connection with development perspective has actually increased my work, especially with the SDGs. I was on a call that was formed by Development Perspective, and that was how I got to know about the Bridge Network. And on that Bridge Network, I just shared about the work I was doing with Nigerian Youth SDGs Network. And from there, somebody from the Bridge Network sent me an email and said, hey, Josh, I love what you're doing in Nigeria. Would you want, we are working on a project talking about civil society partnership and the police. Can you share your insight about what's happening in Nigeria? And boom, that was how I landed a consultancy role, just thinking about other people. And then it benefited me. So I did a lot of work with them, and like, so that's how I view networking from basically.
Right. Thank you so much. I really like the emphasis on research. Like we need to do a lot of research to be able to find where we fit in and try to connect when we find that relationship. So thank you. Research, research, research. Young people, please do your research. Okay. So the next question is, now after you have connected with these people, yeah, you have
Yeah.
you researched about them, you know that this opportunity is good for both you and the people that are in your in your circle, in your network, and then you reach out to them. Probably they've
Yeah.
sent you a couple of messages, shared some things with you. Now the next part of this question is, how do you manage such professional relationships to actually build something meaningful in your career, in your work that you do? So you're going to be sharing with us some tips if we have been able to connect with them through research, like you have said.
All right, great. Beautiful question. So one of the things people need to understand in life is that relationships needs to be managed. Anything that is parasitic will not help. I've had people every time they reach out to me, Joshua, we are doing this. Introduce me to this person. Joshua, I need you to speak here, or I need you to support this project. And oftentimes I'm like, I can't keep doing this every time. So the person I also want to ask is that how are you servicing this relationship? Are you just getting from me alone, or you're also contributing towards me? So one of the things I do is that I check up on people. On my if you're my friend, if you are my professional network, I'll check up on you. Sometimes I send birthday messages. I call out of the blues. I see an opportunity and I reach out. I'm like, oh, I saw this opportunity and I think that it will benefit you. Well, I see an article, something that they would like. I share it with them. Oftentimes, if we're having events, like I invite them to come speak on on our platform, and I'll give you a very good example. There was I won't mention names. In 2018, we had an event in Abuja, and someone reached out to me and said, "Hi, Joshua. There's someone that works in an international organization that we think would love this platform." So what I did was I was like, awesome, would love to have this person here. And what I did was I sent an email to them, said inviting this person to the event in Abuja, and the person came. And after the event, I sent a thank you message, and I just kept following up, just and I will tell you that managing that relationship has benefited me more than I would say has benefited them, because they do a lot of work with us right now, and and that relationship alone was instrumental to the work that we are doing with the ILO. And I'm sure you, Tracy, you've benefited from a program from the ILO. You just finished your 20 like a 20 days online course with the ILO. So it's about servicing that was sponsored by the ILO. So it's about servicing this relationship. Like if I never um had to manage a relationship over time, you would not have benefited. So one of the things that I do is that I manage. I reach out. I send DM, say, how you doing on Twitter? It's been a while I heard from you. I just said to say hello. Or sometimes if I have a gift, I send gifts to people. Sometimes it could be monetary cash just to say, oh, thank you. Just something, just to let these people know that I'm thinking about you. Because that's the way you manage relationship. After doing all of this research, do you reach out just to say hello to them, or you see something that's important to them and you share. Sometimes they say, "Oh, thank you, I know about this opportunity," or "Wow, I did hear about this opportunity. Thank you for sharing." So that's what I do. After research, I manage, and that's very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So after research, you manage. Just find a way to get the person to remember that you exist around them, and you just keep finding a way to manage. Thank you so much for that insightful contribution to this subject matter today. So the next thing I want to ask is that now you said research. You said that we should do research about in organizations, and then we should be able to manage this relationship. Now the next thing is, as Nigerians, we like practical things very well. Tell us how to do it, right? So I want to ask that, please, can you highlight some of these networks, that people can actually, as listening to us right now, can just, type on their phones or their laptop and be able to start reading about some, maybe sign up to be members or something. Can you just tell us some of these networks that young people can join and find meaningful relationships for career or jobs or whatever work that they do?
All right, great. So I'll be selfish here, and I'll start with Nigerian SG's network. Just go on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google. Just type in Nigerian SDGs network, and basically the reason why I say this is because I've I've, I've never seen this kind of energy of young people who want to work together. uh, you see people who say, "Oh, I'm going for this competition, and I need you guys to like, I need you to share, I need you to comment," and then you start seeing people sharing, commenting, like people want you to succeed. Like it's so funny. People say, "Oh, it's somebody's birthday," and you see people celebrating you because it's your birthday, or there's an opportunity, and somebody shares and say, "Please apply for this opportunity." And sometimes you tell people apply for this. Somebody will say, "Oh, I applied, they didn't select you." You that you shared the opportunity, you applied, they didn't select you, but somebody else applied and then the person selected, and you say congratulations. Like everybody wants to work together. Everybody is excited about each other's success. So first, I would say Nigerian Youth SDGs, like on social media, on Google, just type it in, join the Facebook group. We amplify if you have articles, something you are doing, we would amplify it on our social media because we just want young people to succeed. It's very important. And then in other network, I'll talk about these are networks that I have been part of, and I'll talk about it. Is the Civicus Youth network. Like I'll tell you that being a member of Civicus has been very helpful for me. I had a mentoring program in 2017, 2018. That was when I was trying to conceptualize the idea of the Nigerian Youth SDGs network. Civicus gave me access to a mentor. I work with this guy. He's based in the UK, and I worked with him for more than a year, sharing the ideas. He will look at it and say, "Joshua, I like this part, remove this part, add this up to it." So it was at that point that I was building the blocks for Nigerian Youth SDGs network. And this was because I was part of Civicus Youth Action of Civicus. And then he also gave me the opportunity to be part of the action team. And with that, I was able to travel. There were places, all expense paid trips. Like I was meeting people. If I was working on any project, I reach out to the civic secretariat. They were like, "Oh, Joshua, we want to help you succeed." So I'll tell people to become members of Civicus. And for all of these networks, one of the things I would say is that it's you that will determine the level of success that you would have. How well will you engage? So sometimes people will just sit back and say, "Oh, Joshua says Civicus youth, and it should help me." You have to do the work. Very, very important. Do the work. Show up every time. Very important. Another network I will talk about is Action for Sustainable Development. It's also part of Civicus. Action for Sustainable Development. They are working around the SDGs itself. It's a global organization, and I'm part of it. Another one is Restless Development. Their former CEO, we're very close. We shared a lot of ideas. He was very supportive of the work I do with Nigerian Youth SDGs Network. Really very important. There are a lot of professional networks that you can Google depending on what you want to do. If you want to develop yourself as a leader, I know that it's very rare, and you hear about the yearly networks across states. Very important if you want to develop, because you meet young leaders who are excited. I know a lot of people want to go, they want to travel. That's why they're part of this network. It's also very important, but I always tell people that your personal development is key. You might not be able to travel to maybe Ghana or Ethiopia or the US for the Washington Fellowship, but you can make long-lasting relationships when you're part of these networks. There are a whole lot of them. Another one I'm excited about is Common Purpose. They are based in the UK. One time they were in Nigeria in 2018, and I was part of them. And I'll tell you that they are all about leadership for young people. They are teaching young people how to be better leaders. There's also the Queen's Commonwealth network, which I am a part of. They give out funding to young people who are doing really good work. It's a good network to be a part of. And then there are other professional networks based on your career path, bankers association, lawyers association, engineering association. All of these things, they are very important because they will introduce you to lots of people. Now you need to know how to manage this network. So the networks I have shared are networks that are based on the work that I am doing in Nigeria and across the world. Some of these networks have been giving me platforms to speak to world leaders. I remember some earlier this year, or was it late last year? I was able to address world leaders at the UN just with the work I was doing in Nigeria, because I was part of the UN civil society organization for youth, and I spoke about the work I'm doing with in Nigeria. So there are other networks. There's AfriYan. AfriYan is run by, I think, UNFPA in Nigeria. AfriYan is also very good. You should be part of AfriYan. They are all about sexual and reproductive health and youth empowerment. Really very good. I remember for the EcoSoc Youth Forum in 2021, we were on a panel with AfriYan just talking about youth issues in Nigeria. These are like examples of networks that I talk about. You can Google other networks that you can be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like you have given us a lot of insider information on where to connect with people, and we're really really grateful for that. So we're coming to the end of the show. I just want to go over again some of the things that you have said, so that people can take have a take home. So you have told us about researching about organizations. So if you, as a young person, if you have any interest in any area, just start researching about organizations. Google is your friend. It's always your friend. Your best pal when it comes to research. So just keep researching, going to websites, read about what they do. You find contact, you find sign up forms, you find a lot of things that can get you started somehow. And then next, you told us about managing. So when we are able to access some of these platforms and we, have feedbacks from them or replies from them, we have to manage the relationship. So in a way that they know that you are around the corner, they know what you do, right? They know what you do, they know you're around the corner. So when there's any opportunity, they can call up on you or send to you so that you can apply and all of that. And after that, You also talked about where we can find some of these, opportunities, and on these communities and network with them and connect to people that are doing the same thing that we do. I'm really, really grateful. So at this point, I want you to just give us your final thought on the man-to-man, man-no-man cycle that is a thing with the Nigerian youth, because quite frankly, there are a lot of young people who don't even try as much as take lift a finger because they don't know anybody, in any organization. And it is bad for us, so to speak. It's not good at all. It is reducing our economic output because more people who are supposed to be out there doing something are, just in their space, in their comfort zone, because they feel like they don't know people. So I want you to just share your final thoughts and advice, or whatever you want to tell young people out there listening to you right now, on how they can break this cycle, and take some steps that really help them in their career and in their job.
All right, thank you so much, Tracy. And I agree. Sometimes we sit back and we fold our hands as young people. Um, we need to be hardworking, and when you are hardworking, you have to be smart at it. For many people, when you are building your professional network, hard work is important. LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn tire. I was on LinkedIn. Um, I see people, I like their profile, I comment, I share, I read an article from someone, I give my feedback about that article, and then from there we start talking. I'm on Twitter and I see something that is fantastic that somebody has written. I read it, I give my feedback, I retweet, I like. It's like it's hard work because you have other things to do. So first thing I would say is that you have to really work hard if you are going to manage, or in other words, if you are going to service your professional network. Someone said something that I always I can't I'm always mindful about what someone can do for me before I'm being asked what I can do for them. So it's always in the mind of people. They are always asking, what can you do for me? Because if they know that you can do something for them, then they will go all out to help you. And you must not just say, oh, nobody is helping, I don't know anyone. You have to do the hard work, you have to do the research. There will be someone within that organization that will help you, that will even show you how to go about things. And I'll give you an instance, because sometimes we feel that nobody wants to help us. But the reason why is because even you are not being helpful. I'll give you an instance. There's an organization that we currently work with, Nigerian SDGs currently works with, and how we got the opportunity to be part of to start working with that organization was when someone within my network um got the opportunity to work with this organization, and we kept talking, we kept putting, we're in touch. And there was a time the person needed to resume physically at the office, and it was in another city. So relocation, the opportunity to travel, and all of those. So this person had issues with getting a ticket to travel, and this person reached out to me. I'm like, hey Joshua, this is what's happening. I got a new job. I've been working remotely for a while. Now I need to go back to I have to go to this city, this new place. Can you help me? And I was like, okay, no problem. I was like, please send your account number. And I paid for this person's flight ticket. And when I did this, if I wasn't doing it because I was looking for something, I just did it because I knew the value this person had. And for this person to reach out, it means that this person needed that help. And when I did that, not with nothing in mind, I'll tell you that one time the person reached out and like, hi Joshua, we're working on an exciting project. And I think that your organization should also bid for the project to be a part of it. And that's how we got in for the project itself. We did our bids, And they're like, oh, finally we have two people for this project. Who are we going to pick? And that's how we because we worked the hardest, they selected Nigerian youth executives to help them implement that project. So it was from managing my network itself. I worked like it's not just say okay I know somebody. You also have to do the work. You have to show working. Maybe just say oh I know someone and they will relax. No, show working. Are you worth it? If somebody is going to give you a role, are you worth that role? Do you have all the requirements? You know, people say like the devil works really hard. So would you work harder? I know that there's a path to grace. We all know that we have favor and all that things, but everybody has favor. So the place where your working shows is in the hard work that you do. So I would always encourage young people that let's work hard. Burn that midnight candle, do research, pay for internet data to find out about things you don't know of. Find out, read, network. And to close up, I want to say that we are in an age whereby knowledge is free. Anything you want to do, you can do it for free. All you just have to do is you have to be dedicated to learn. You have to put in that effort to learn. The knowledge that you have a year ago, 2 years ago, it's not enough in today's competitive economy. In today's world, people are talking about blockchain. People are talking a lot around policies. People are talking about how they can create change in their country. People are talking about Internet of Things. Do you understand all of these things, or you just sit down, you fold your leg, you're cool with knowing what white money is doing, that he's cooking in Big Brother Nigeria, or you know the latest kits, or the latest music, all of these things, they are fine. But if you want to get ahead in your career, you after watching Big Brother, after following all the Mr. Macaroni skits, after watching all the latest music from Wizkid, you now have to do the work for your own career because at the end of the day, guys, it's about you. Somebody told me something that um, you are at a particular point in your life, you are responsible for how your life becomes. It is the hard work you have to quit blaming people. We blame the system. I know yeah, it's difficult to work in Nigeria. We blame everything, but at one particular point in time, we have to take responsibility for our own learning. We have to take responsibility for our growth. If you keep blaming, you become lame because when you blame, you are lame. So I'll tell people take responsibility for your own growth, take responsibility for your own development. There's a lot of resources out there. This is the most beautiful time to be alive. Like you can network with somebody in the US right from the comfort of your home. You can network with somebody in Australia right from the comfort of your home. And there are a lot of amazing opportunities out there. You are looking out for scholarships, you are looking out to travel, you're looking out for a new job. On Twitter, you can tell somebody, oh, I have this certificate, I have this degree, I'm looking for a new role. On Instagram, on you can do every one of these things, and people are get landing amazing deals using social media. So please, guys, make use of the opportunities that you have. Do not complain. Rather pray, work hard, and then reach out to people within your network and be of help to them. When you are help to people, they will remember you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like those words were words of excellent wisdom. Like I'm really excited that we had you today. We have you today on this show, and I hope everyone listening to us right now, or you're going to watch the replay, you would benefit from this because I'd like to close on Michelle Obama's statement on her book Becoming. She said that if you ever at any point in your life feel like you are made for more, then you must do everything that you can do to make sure that you become that person that you see. So we cannot be lazy and want to be that, live that big dream. There is work to be done. yes, you can research, you can, but you need to put in the work and you need to be committed to the work. Thank you so much, Joshua, for being here, and thank you everyone who stayed with us throughout the show. And I hope you are, found you found value, you gained some sort of knowledge, right? So I would also always refer you back to our website www.decentwork.ng. A lot of opportunities are shared there. If you don't know any network at all, please, Nigerians Youth SDG Network is here to give information. So you can go to our website www.decentwork.ng and you can sign up, and of course you can get a lot of opportunities that are shared there. Apply, do your own research, and we would want to be a part of your success story. Thank you everyone, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. All right, thank you so much, Joshua.
Yeah, bye.